coolest part of speedboarding with your friends for me is that it mixes the fun of shredding down together and having those moments of reconciliation as much as having those moments of being in your own bubble, which would be the way up. And I think that's like a really good compromise of having a day where you actually enjoy your own way up and your way down together. With a speedboard experience, it's much more like the more you go up, you have all this time to actually let the pressure like sink in, but just like you have to breathe, you know? So it gives you, that's why I was talking about a little bit of almost a meditation, just because it gives you that option and somehow it just makes you so much happier about it. And so that I think is like what makes skateboarding special. Yeah. And I think that's also what makes it good for skateboarding. You cannot just start skateboarding and just go anywhere and like not care about any of the safety things of freeriding and mountains. And so that's like the first thing is to already be used to be a lot in the mountains and everything. And of course each case is going to be different, so I'm not going to come up with like a magic solution to everything. But of course, like if you're preparing a route, or if you know, obviously you have to think about it first. Like choose on, you know, like where you're gonna go, and then look at the terrain and think about the conditions, like which side is dangerous, which side is not dangerous, at what time of the day. If it's like in the shade, if it's in the sun, if it's like in the morning, if it's in the afternoon, if it's the beginning of the winter, the end of the winter, all these things change a lot. So obviously, a lot of it is preparation. And so the first thing I would like to, of course, you need to know about freeriding. Of course, you need to have all the right equipment. You need to know how to use it. You should not go alone because you need to be able to be rescued by your buddy if something happens and everything. And of course, you don't want to be all of you guys in the same avalanche if that happens. But the first thing I would say is to really go look on the conditions of the snow. So for that, there are lots of great websites you can check on. Like, for example, if you're around France, you might check out the weather forecast around Chamonix. They give really good information on the snowpack. Same thing in Switzerland, the whole weather forecast for Switzerland, Météo Suisse, is really good at giving important information like that. Obviously in Europe we have loads of resorts, so one of the good things is actually to go to the resort and check out with like, they always have the snowpack information at the bottom of the resort, so that's a good point to start too. And maybe just go ask someone, and seriously, if you don't know anything about conditions out there, go take a guide. That will make your whole journey that much safer and that much more enjoyable. I think the good thing would be to like always just like go try your equipment before like straight away doing a big one. You know, obviously the more comfortable you feel with your material and how to get it on and off, it's going to make your life so much easier. Of course, having the right stuff, like for me, it was really getting into having lighter backpack, lighter things in my backpack. Like I always add some hooks on my backpack, so you know when I have to put the poles, like I can hook them like easily, or actually think of these things before you actually show up and are on the mountain. So I would really suggest, you know, you take some days when it's like not so good, the conditions, and you go and you test your material, you go up a little hill and you really get used to doing the whole manipulation, because when it's sunny and warm, you know, when you're inside, it's always easy. But if you get to the top and the weather's changed and you're in the cold, in the wind and everything, and you know everything gets frozen, if you're good at it and you have thought of where to put your stuff in your backpack already and how to deal with your whole changing situation, that's going to make your life so much easier. So that's good. Okay.